Dr. Spencer Brown is going to talk about why it's so important to do what we do. You know, so many of the things that we've talked about really came to fruition through clinical translational research at Southwestern. Like I said, 80-95% of the stuff that you'll never see because we've done it in clinical trials. And like many of the fillers that are safe and are used in the U.S. today have been tried at UT Southwestern for years before. We used many of them years before they became clinically useful. And I think that along with the FDA really, I think, helps to protect the public. So Spencer, you want to talk a little bit about why that's important and really to protect us?
Essentially, thank you all for coming this evening. We usually don't get out of the laboratory to see our public, so it's a real treat. Behind the enterprise and behind all the faculty members, they're all engaged in research. We have 7 laboratories. We have 14 people working full-time. We have 34 clinical protocols ongoing right now to ensure the safety and efficacy of all the devices and all the cosmetic materials that you're using. They go through rigorous FDA-regulated studies. So we are one of the primary sites. I think if not the biggest, we're the second largest laboratory, dedicated clinical translational research. So I can assure you that all of the devices and all of the research efforts that you've heard from all the faculty members are backed by a very professional staff and a very professional team. So we have a number of devices that we're doing now, a lot of drugs, and especially we're working on the stem cell problem with the adipocyte-derived stem cell. Are they efficacious? And indeed, are they safe? So we're running through the gamuts. Not only do we have a national presence, but we have an international presence. We are fortunate enough to have 4 research fellows right now from across the seas, and they represent major academic centers. So we are in constant touch, not only with the leading academic centers in the United States, but around the world to ensure that your products are safe. Many of our members serve on NIH boards and federal boards to oversee the safety and efficacy. So instead of trying to go through all the 34 different clinical studies, I'll be glad to take any questions for you.
Okay. And Spencer will be available here, and so I mean, really, it's the foundation of what we do, and that's why we are trying to perfect what we do every day, and really that's the definition of if you really want to be an expert, you got to never ever be satisfied with where we are today. And I think that sums up really my faculty in plastic surgery.